What else do farmers need to succeed in Uganda? They need good technical advice, extension, information. Those are the things that they need. So I want to use this. This is our farm. My name's Tim. I'm here in Uganda. We're working for RAD. And I want to talk to you about another thing that farmers need. There's 5. And one of them is good advice and extension. And I thought I would use this pond to explain the type of advice that farmers might need. So you can see here, this pond is currently empty. And to the untrained eye, this might look, oh, I just need to fill it with water and it'll be okay. Not so. This pond actually needs quite a bit of work on it in order for it to be effective. So this, where it's all cracked, when it's underwater, it turns into heavy mud. And that's not great for a pond because you don't want lots of mud at the bottom. So when you're trying to harvest your fish, you go normally with a net, you empty the water out and you go with a net and you catch the fish. But if it's full of really thick mud, you can't catch your fish very well. It's also not a good base layer for the fish. It can get stirred up. The fish can die in it. It's not great. And then the other problem is the drainage at that end isn't great. Gets clogged very easily. So if you were trying to harvest fish, there'd be fish, trying to take all your fish out. There'd be fish left in here. And the next time you stock your fish, maybe you refill it with some water, you're going to have a mixing. And so that impacts on your growth because you don't know how many fish are in here. And when you're feeding according to that, you think you've put in 2,000 fish, but actually you've got 500, and then they maybe start reproducing, and before you know, you've got 3,000, but you're only feeding for 2,000. So it creates a lot of problems. This pond is much better constructed. So when we drain it, it drains really very simply. There's not mud at the bottom. So that's the sort of technical advice that farmers need access to. Stocking rates, how often you should feed, all sorts of, there's so much information that you need as a farmer. And here at RAD, we can provide that very easy to farmers because we have some very capable staff. We've got Samuel in the white over there. We've got Kampurira and Magara. We've got Easter. That's who's over there at the moment. And then we've got Benjamin. So they're all trained, highly qualified, spent years in the industry. They know how to fix these problems. So, drain this pond. And when we first constructed it, we did it well. But just over time, it's gone like this. And so we need to repair it. And that sort of expertise you need to know. So we're about to go and feed some fish. And that's some more expertise that you need to know, like how do you fish, how often, when do you stop? That's a big cost. This is the sort of advice and training that we can provide farmers, and farmers desperately need in order to succeed. This is also part of training that farmers need. So you can see here, Samuel and Benjamin, the two at the end here, giving advice to these students. Some of them are looking at me, so I'll try and keep out of the way. But this type of extension work is really important because, in an industry like this, where there are few opportunities, there's not a huge amount of fish farmers. Like, how do you learn how to do fish farming? So creating opportunities where you can go and learn from an early age, maybe pursue that as a career later on, is an important part. So, you can see the learning that's happening. I like the writing down of information. That's the type of thing you need if you're a fish farmer. You always need to be learning and getting information so that you can learn and be a better fish farmer. I mean, I've been doing fish farming now for 4 years, I guess, maybe, is it 5? Yeah, 4 years. Did a bit of theory before, but nothing formal actually. So I know very little. I feel like I know very little about fish farming. People sometimes, I did a PhD, so people are, oh, Dr. Tim, he knows everything. And I really don't. I really don't know that much about fish farming, but I feel like I've picked certain bits up over the years. And that's part of why we're doing this channel, so that you can learn alongside us, learn from our mistakes, but also pass on any knowledge. But there's a constant process of learning in life anyway. And as a fish farmer, you need to learn about your fish. It's perhaps more important than other animal husbandry industries. So like, if you've got poultry or you've got pigs or cows, whatever, you can see them. So it's sometimes a bit easier, whereas a fish, you have no idea what's going on below the water. You can see them when they come to feed, and that's about it. So in terms of getting clues from your animals as to what's happening, it can be much harder. So yeah, information is very important, and this is some of the training that we will do. This is that. We remember Gershon? We saw him at his farm a few days ago for me, but it might be a little while for you, a few videos back. He's getting some training here from Rachel and Andrew, just on how to use our BSF. So this is the sort of technical assistance we're trying to provide, because he could be someone who buys frass, he could be buying some hatchlings. So it's great. Carry on with the training. So these are the BSF that, of course, we feed fish, pigs, chicken, whatever. Mostly for us as fish. So I'm hoping Gershon will take some frass potentially, and maybe some hatchlings so he can try them out. Because I think he'll do really well with the frass. So we'll see if he takes them. But this is sort of the technical assistance that farmers need to improve. So, he's a fish farmer. He needs to know some of the things that he can do to improve on his farming. And so this training is really important. This is the perfect sort of extension that I really like, which is basically Paulson in the white shirt, farmer in the blue, and just training and teaching how to go about your fish farming. So he's asking lots of questions, getting the answers. We've come and helped construct the ponds. Paulson's guided him on stocking density. We've stocked them, and now we're talking about feeding, what to do with frogs and things like that, water sources. So the gentleman as well wanted to do it quite quickly, but we delayed deliberately because we wanted to make sure that the water inlets and outlets were all correct, because there was a and Paulson was right enough, because after about a week the water would disappear. So he was able to fix that problem. So being able to say no to farmers and say, actually no, you need to, and he's the gentleman in question is quite a powerful local leader, so it takes it's difficult to say no to people that have lots of power and authority, but we make sure we do that here at RAD because it's important. So if you're a farmer, you need to rely on your extension providers. This type of training is really good. It's one-to-one. But if you can go to any conferences or any group trainings, that's also a really good thing to do. And then, always be learning. There's books that are available, internet, of course, great source of information. These videos, hopefully, give you that information and knowledge you need. So always be learning. Check your source. There's a lot of charlatans out there, people that get rich quick schemes. I tend to notice them sometimes. I think we're very much focused on money and not much detail. So if you start to hear someone talk to you, it's all about money, 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 and there's not much detail in the progress. And of course, good rule for life, really. Just sort of be a bit wary of where that information is coming from. But yeah, that's those are the 5 things that you need to succeed. Knowledge or expertise being one of the key pillars. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for following this series. If you've missed any of them, do watch out for them and you can watch them again. We've got the 5 topics there: feed, seed, expertise, equipment, and market. And just listen to those, and hopefully that will be helpful to you. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.